Hello, my name is Steve Dimig. I'm an experienced Python developer and a budding freelancer here looking to win some gigs. Today we're going to talk a little bit about web scraping. So let's see. Web scraping is the process of extracting data from a website by fetching the raw HTML content of the page, parsing the content, and then extracting meaningful data from it. You might use web scraping if there's no REST API for the data you're looking for. Beautiful Soup is a Python library designed for web scraping. It's like a HTML parser that you can use to, if you know something about the structure of the data in the page, you can use it to grab data elements from it in a clean and elegant way. It's important to remember, though, that when you're doing web scraping, you're grabbing HTML, that data is meant for display. It's not really meant for consumption as data, so that it can be a little difficult to put a structure on it. But usually there's some type of logic involved with it, and you're able to do that. I'll show a quick, or here, let's get into the app, and then I'll show a quick example of what I mean. Okay, so we're going to do a little app, and the architecture is something that I've been showing similar architecture for other projects that I've been on and worked on. It's two Docker containers. It's got a front end that uses Vue and JavaScript and Node, all for the front end work. It's got a back end that uses Fast API, uses Beautiful Soup to parse the HTML data, uses requests to talk or to grab the HTML data, and it uses Python. These two are built by Docker Compose, and it's basically it. So the application I'm talking about here is a simple application, but it's called a palette scraper. So I know in Vue there's libraries that you can get palettes from, but by default there's no palettes. And so I kind of find that aggravating that you have to hex encode like an array of colors to get your background colors on, say, a bar chart or a pie chart. It gave me an idea. I know there's libraries that you can grab to do it, but it gave me an idea as a good example of how to demonstrate web scraping. So what this is basically going to do is there's a website called ColorHex that has a bunch of palettes with hex encodings in it. And we're going to go out there, we're going to grab those things, and we're going to create a JavaScript JSON object from that, and we're going to use that within our JavaScript code to access palettes. So we can use palettes, nicely defined palettes, a whole, rich array of them without having to worry about, anything like encoding arrays of hex encodings. All right, so the basic processing is this. We go to the ColorHex website. We extract the data, or we talk to it using request. We extract the data from it. We process it with Beautiful Soup. We parse the HTML and then create data objects from that, and then we save that as a JSON object that we can use as a program. It's a simple program, but that's what it does. So let's kind of show you what that retro color website looks like. So it's got different palettes. We're looking at these retro color palettes right now. But you can see it's got if you click on one of these, all right, so within this it's got the colors and it's got the hex encoding. So it's got everything we need to do a palette in Vue for one of the like pie chart or one of the data widgets that they have. So we can go ahead and use these values to create our own by web scraping. The HTML looks like this. So it's just a bunch of raw HTML on that page. If you go down and you can find within it, they actually have the colors, the hex encodings, and the name of the palette. They have that all encoded in these display rows for a table. And we could get that because this has a class called palette color div. It's got a containing class called a palette container list. We could use Beautiful Soup to extract this data, and then format an object from that. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Okay, so here is our palette scraper program. All right, so we're going to look at particular palettes. We're not going to look at them all because there's almost 5,000 palettes total. So we're not going to look at all of them, but we're going to look at the retro because we like the retro stuff. So we're going to go to the retro. Okay, and it's going to pull back the color list of all the palettes in the retro palettes. And we like one in particular that's called Warm Summer Day. So let's find that thing here. I want to find the Warm Summer Day. If I can't find it, I'll go ahead and search for it. Okay, Old Warm Summer Days. This is the palette this is our target palette. So we're going to look at this one. We want to use this one right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this. Okay, we're going to save this palette off. It's going to download, or it's going to put it in our downloads. And we're going to see here we have something called palette2.js. We bring that up. It brings it up in Atom. And it's just an array. It's a JSON object called palettes with an array of these, with a palette name and an array of colors in it. And we're going to look for Old Warm Summer Days right here. So it's got the hex encodings for each one of those colors there. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to show how that works. We got this this old YouTube recommender program that I've used in several videos. All right, it uses a palette called Booming Neon. All right, so that's not in the retro, and we don't want to use that anymore. All right, so we'll go here and we'll show you what that looks like. All right, the YouTube scraper. All right, it's got a small set of palettes. That I hand coded myself. This is when I got sick of it because I was trying to figure out which palette looked good with the YouTube colors. And I finally decided on this one called Booming Neon, but it was trial and error. It took me a while. You had to hand code these. It was really annoying. So that I figured, hey man, that's a good example for web scraping, and that's what I went ahead and used. All right, so what we're gonna do here, this is in the YouTube scraper. All right. We're going to copy this guy off. I'm going to rename that as palettes ridge. Okay. No, we don't want to update the imports. All right. We're going to take from the downloads. We're going to take our palette2.js. All right. Copy that in there, and it's just going to be called palettes. Rename that. It's going to be palettes. All right. Now we're going to build our YouTube recommender again with the new palettes. Wait, we gotta choose our new palette here. So we're going to go to the YouTube scraper. All right. We're going to go to Hello World View. That's where I have that defined. Right now it's using Booming Neon. We're going to replace that with Old Warm Summer Days. Okay, we're going to build that. So we're going to remove all our images first because we don't want any caching going on. We're going to build the Docker images because there's one for the front end and one for the back end, so we're building both. All right. This should take just a second. And we're building the back end, the Python. It's got all the stuff that we use in there, Pydantic, Pandas, etc. Now we're building the front end. It's got all the NPM stuff, JavaScript, that. should be finishing up here just shortly. There, built. All right, now we're going to bring the Docker Compose up. We're going to bring our app up. All right, we're going to create a new tab. I'm going to grab this URL because we want to be able to show the difference. All right, we're going to go to that URL. We're going to submit the same search as here, which was for Dodgers, a baseball team. All right, we're going to go off and search for Dodgers. On the right side, it'll show you a bunch of URLs of recommended channels that it thinks you might like if you like the Dodgers that you could potentially subscribe to. And on the left-hand side, it's going to show you some statistics about those. Okay, and we can obviously see here that the palette is different, right? So this is Old Warm Southern Summer Days over here, and this is Booming Neon. So they're obviously different. So it obviously works. So you can change the palette out, you can select palettes, you can do all that kind of stuff. It's just a simple program that demonstrates web scraping, but I thought it was kind of interesting and fun to show you. So hope you enjoyed. Like I said, my name is Steve Dimig. I'm a freelancer, and I'm looking for gigs. I'm looking for bids. I hope good luck whether we work together or not. I wish you the best of luck at finding somebody that fills your needs and on your development team and makes you happy doing development together. So I'm available anytime you want or may need me, and I look forward to developing a relationship and